we like to come in with the psychological interventions or support when the physical condition is treated first. It's really important, because otherwise we end up keep talking about the physical condition and its flare-ups or downs, but in a way we can't have the conversations about the psychological bit until we get the physical bit first.
Your skin is bleeding and cracking, and you spend so much time in the day trying to get that moisturised and get your treatments done. The last thing you'd want to be doing is hopping out the door, I suppose, going for counselling. And I think if you can get that managed well, and then start looking at the psychological aspect.
Because at that point you might have the energy to do it. Otherwise you won't have the energy to do the psychological based work.
No, for sure. One thing I know from speaking to a lot of people over the years, and I felt myself, was that psoriasis was ruling us. You thought in the morning, what way was your skin? You were the last person to be thought of as yourself. It was your skin, what way is my skin? And I think if we can learn to a lot of people had a turning point that I've spoken to over the years, that when they got up one day and said, I've had enough of this, it's not going to dominate me anymore. And it's funny that a lot of their psoriasis improved.
It might be helpful to talk about some different pathways that people may consider around the whole area of stress management. Safe, evidence-based interventions.
Yes, well, I suppose anything that would calm your head down or relax you, like mindfulness or different types of counselling.
So one of the things about the whole area of counselling is a listening and experience, and some counselling then is more directed, where they might use cognitive behavioural therapy. Cognitive is what we think and behaviour is what we do. So particularly say about the whole area of avoidance and how avoidance can keep negative emotions going. That would be one of the areas that CBT would tackle in cognitive behavioural therapy. But mindfulness is quite interesting. Mindfulness, as I say, when we're in regret, we're often thinking about the past and maybe how psoriasis came into our lives. And when we're worried, it's about the future. And mindfulness is about being in the present. The evidence-based course for mindfulness is MBSR, Mindfulness-Based Stress Reduction. It's an 8-week course. It's the most evidence program of all the mindfulness trainings that we can do, and that's available right throughout the country as well. There's the Irish Association of Counselling and Psychotherapy. They are approved, accredited counsellors. Healthy Ireland have an approved set of books around the whole area of our emotional lives, mental health and stress management. It's available in our public libraries and are freely accessible, freely available, and any person can go and get them. One of the really powerful things I've learned is on the Irish Skin Foundation website is the whole area of specialist nurse supports. Maybe you can share a little bit about that, and also peer supports.
Yes, we have several nurses. If people want to ring in, book an appointment, the nurse will ring you back at your time that suits you. You can talk to them confidentially if you're on a waiting list or you're in difficulty or you have questions about your treatments, your creams, you can go through them. And I offer peer support, and if people get the medical answers they want, they might like to talk to somebody with psoriasis, and I provide that service.
That's real advocacy, from the organisation, the Irish Skin Foundation, and also from yourself to be, volunteering your time. Maybe I'd be lost. And if I could speak to someone like you, I can sort of see, well, it's going to raise a lot of hope for me.
Especially with children, I'm very passionate about that, because I'd love to have had somebody to talk to when I was younger, or advise my mum or dad what to do. But it's a great service to have. And I think that's the main thing, is to reach out to somebody, reach out to the nurse in the Skin Foundation, to myself, to their GP, to anybody. Talk to somebody about it.